That was the pre-show.
That was the pre-show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. We're live! Yeah! We did it! Oh, my God. I'm sorry. We just had some serious... We were literally testing this for 4 hours, and then literally we went live, and it didn't go. Anyway, I'm so happy because I'm here in Peabody's, and they have the best drinks. This is called the Trash Can. They got Sweetest Fish, a Red Bull. Dude, I'm going to get lit tonight. Right, guys?
Yeah!
And the reason I'm getting lit tonight is because at midnight, I am turning 40. Can you believe it?
You old fart.
I'm an old man. I'm an old man, and I thought, why not do Fandom Live with you guys? We got the Super Chat going. Some of you already gave rev. Thank you so much. We're going to do whatever you ask. I got shots here. I'm going to get shit-faced if you want me to, if you have enough of that Super Chat. So anybody else who wants shots, I got a lot. And we're going to answer all your questions. We got a lot of fun movie news we're talking to, but let's go to, can we go to our wide and see everybody who's here? Yeah, hey, everybody! Woo! So we're here live at Peabody's. Peabody's is an awesome bar here in Tampa. If you cut back to me, there we go. So they have this thing called the Fishbowl, and I love it. And I brought some of my best friends here. We're all here to talk about movies today. There it is, everybody. Say it. We got Ian, we got Izzy.
Yo.
People are noticing Izzy because you were in my Change My Mind video, and they like you. So good job. You made it back. He graduated. And then we got Travis. Dude, come here, Travis. Give Travis the mic. Travis, how far did you drive to come meet me and be here? This is crazy.
I drove all the way from Fort Myers, which is a good 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours, dude. I love you. Thank you. Would you like a French fry?
Sure.
You've earned some French fries. Cheers, my brother. That's really cool of you. Thank you for coming. He's a very nice, sweet guy. Thank you, Travis. So chime in as we go. We got Ashley here. Ashley, say hello. Ashley's one of our Nerd Brew hosts. If you're in Tampa, we do game nights here, right, Ashley?
Yes, every Wednesday.
And it's super fun, and you're an awesome host that you can't high five because you have a drink, but you're the best. Thank you for doing it. We got John back there. We got Damien. I can't even see you. I can't turn around. We got so many awesome people here live in the stream. So thank you for joining, and I can see all your comments here. And I got Zaid. You can't see him. I'm going to show you him, even though I'm not supposed to. Look. Zaid, say hi. Yeah. So he's over there, and I just messed that up. That's what happens when you have drunk Andy. All right. So now we're live, and we're going to be here. So I want to answer your questions. And thank you, everyone wishing me happy birthday. It means a lot. Thank you so much. And so I want to answer your stuff. Ask me questions. Super chat. If you don't know what it is, we got some super crazy stuff that we'll do. You can give me $1. You can give me $10. You can give me $1,000, dude. I'll come on. Everyone thinks I'm like a millionaire. YouTubers are not millionaires, guys. It doesn't really work that way. So don't keep meaning to like ask for your stuff. But if you can give, we'll keep making content for you. But I'm here to entertain you tonight with my buddies. Let's do this today. I want to talk about some of these headlines. Zaid, I'm going to take the mouse as we go and get into our first topic, which isn't ready now. You can go over here. There we go. So first up, I want to talk about this as we get comments in there. If you super chat, I will see it, and I will immediately stop whatever I'm doing and answer what you ask. I may not be able to see it because there's a lot of talk. But just so you know, you guys can see the chat, I think, today, which is awesome. You guys are in the video. William, you're in Tampa. Why don't you come down to Peabody's? You have an hour. William, I'm challenging you. Get off your ass. Come here to Peabody's. We're in the back corner. And come by and say, hey, I'm William, and I will give you a French fry. How is that for motivation? Let's go, William. Get off your ass and get here to Peabody's if you're in Tampa. So first up is Dwayne Johnson rumored to play Namor in Black Panther 2. Now, guys, I want who's passionate about Namor?
I mean, passionate about the Black Panther movie.
Well, here's the thing. This is coming from Cosmic Book News, so we have to take this with a very big grain of salt. But I've seen this talked about on a lot of clickbait websites that they're saying Dwayne Johnson is apparently pissed. I'm going to talk over to you guys. Dwayne Johnson's apparently pissed because he's not getting the budget he wants for Black Adam. And so the rumors are he wants to ditch DC and go over to cozy up to Marvel, which, I'll be honest, I think that's probably a better career move. Does anyone think he should still, if he could be a big player in Marvel versus be Black Adam in DC, what's the better career move?
That's going to be Black Adam.
Here's the problem, is that Marvel just recently got it where their villains are, they're actually got depth and things of that nature. He's going to be a one player. He's going to show up and he's going to probably die or get imprisoned by the end of it.
Whoa. Submariner Namor is a legit character in the MCU. He's not some hokey doke villain.
He's right now. What they did was they said, hey, DC has a Hawaiian playing Aquaman, so let's get another Hawaiian to play Namor. And this lies the problem. So when you compare both of them, they're already similar characters. And now we have to do a direct comparison of two Hawaiians playing two Aquaman type characters. I mean, come on.
Well, first, sorry, I have to interrupt you, Damien, for 1 second. I gotta thank Jackal, who said, "Happy 40th, Andy. Get freaking lit, bro. You earned it like 10 freaking times over. Cheers."
Yes, he did.
Yeah! I think that's our first shot. Who wants a shot?
Yo!
Bring it on.
But go ahead, Damien. You were saying.
So as I put my double
Ready?
fisting
Well, then we
drink
got
down,
more. Ready? Cheers. I get one more.
I'm
Here we
switching
go.
out my drinks.
Cheers. Let's do it quick. Boom. You guys are getting
Boom,
more. Here we
boom,
go.
boom.
Cheers. We're doing shots. Thank you, Jackal. This is to you. Oh, crap. Thank you, Zaid. All right, go ahead. So you were saying,
my
Damien.
question is that while they're introducing The Rock, which is we're a little rock saturated a little bit, why didn't they take the opportunity to, one of the gentlemen back here actually just mentioned it, why didn't they take the opportunity to bring in like Storm? You know, since we know that they're going to eventually bring in, X-Men eventually. This is a perfect opportunity to bring Storm, not Namor, another character that we have in another franchise.
I've got a thing on this.
Go ahead.
All right.
Talk
All right, check it out. So deal is, this is how they bring in Storm, right? Big Black Panther fan. This right here, Namor, there's a whole Illuminati thing where like Black Panther, Namor, some other cats get together to like start making decisions that maybe Tony Stark, Reed Richards are a little too soft to make. You know what I mean? The people need to die decisions, right? This is how we get Storm introduced into the MCU. Namor is half mutant. I think this is how we get the X-Men slightly smooth introduced into the MCU. I think so. I really do
But
think
Scarlet
so.
Witch is half mutant too, and so was Speedster. So Scarlet Witch was already a mutant, and they didn't introduce her as a mutant. They introduced her as, what do they call the people in Marvel?
Inhumans?
Inhumans. They introduced them as something else. So,
Mutants, they
Yeah,
should
but
be,
at
but
that
they're
point,
Inhumans.
wasn't that
yeah.
deal not done yet?
Yeah, but
So isn't
again,
this kind of a
we
great
technically
point to
already
kind
have-
of?
we technically already have characters that were playing mutants, and now they're not playing mutants. So if they brought in Namor, they're not going to call him a mutant.
Okay.
I don't think they
Anybody
call
else?
him a mutant immediately. I don't think they call him a mutant immediately. I do think they use Namor and Scarlet Witch's ancestry and all the people who have like moved in at this point as Inhumans. I think they do use that as the opportunity to kind of introduce them as mutants in the back end. Hey, these characters you know and love have been mutants this whole time. You know, here's what happened, or here's how they got the opportunity to come out as mutants.
Yeah, man, but The Rock already kind of plays a superhero in everything that he is.
Okay.
Like everything that he does is superheroish. Everything, the new Fast and the Furious, everything that he does is kind of superheroes. So this is not a stretch. This is nothing new. This is going to be just another Aquaman.
Okay, and I can respect that. I think the difference is going to be the writing on this more than anything else. I think Aquaman was an alright movie. I think Jason Momoa is a pretty good actor with bad writing. I think The Rock is a pretty good actor that's about to get amazing writing because they do put in the extra effort in Marvel movies, right? And I think that's going to be the signifier. If we could find somebody else, some random no-name guy who was going to blow the doors off, I would obviously say give it to him, but that's probably not going to happen, right? I think if The Rock leans in, so he's willing to put some of this production money down and really wants to get in here and really like invest in the whole Namor for Black Panther role, I think that happens, but I don't think that happening is necessarily bad.
All right, sorry, I can't see the chat. Somebody asked, are we in New Tampa? We are, but I somehow my internet on my laptop lost all your comments. I'm going to work on getting them in a second. I see. Oh, donation. Oh, thank you, my self-designed. Woo! Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Oh, no, good. I can see it there. Wow, you guys are awesome. $2 from Bravo. I'll get back in and call you all up. Thank you. But I wanted to chime in this thought. It keeps coming in. Bravo. Yes, thank you for $2 for the super chat. I can't see your question. I'll get there in a second. Happy birthday. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Bravo. I appreciate that. I think, for me personally, Black Adam is just a character that I don't care about him. He's just not a popular character. Like, why would you... The Rock needs to be a character that can do several long-lasting characters, whereas Namor may not seem that way, but Namor is the Aquaman of Marvel, and so he could become a big character. So I'm of the school of showing up in Black Panther 2 as the villain. I mean, that's pretty freaking badass. And then Namor is one of those, could be an anti-hero just like Black Adam was, where he could do it. But the problem is, I didn't like Aquaman. Did you guys like Aquaman? Ian's like, hell no.
Yeah. We went to the movie together. I didn't like it at all.
A lot of people gave it a lot of, like, some pass, but I couldn't handle it. It was just too, it wasn't silly enough, and then it tried to be, it was just, it was a mess. So I don't know if I really want to see The Rock swimming around underwater is my bigger problem, but I like the idea of him being the villain in a Black Panther as a major Marvel character that can show up in other things. That's where I'm torn.
2-1 that The Rock does the Hawaiian. In this thing.
He just did that in Hobbs and Shaw.
I never thought that The Rock would fit in the MCU, though. I do want to see Namor over Black Adam, though, like you were saying, but...
Somebody asked
He's not my first pick for He's not my first pick for Namor.
Anybody
Who
else?
is-
wanna
anybody
see
have
The
a
Rock
better
in,
pick?
in superhero movies? Anybody?
Yeah, are we over The Rock?
I'm
Ashley,
not over
chime
The
in. What
Rock,
do you think
but-
about The Rock?
I don't know.
Here, come
The
in
issue
the
with
most
The Rock
specific.
is he plays the same roles over and over again, and I want to see
Facts.
something different. But I mean, it's just boring. When The Rock is in a new movie, I'm like, okay, it's gonna be the same thing over and over again. So I'm hoping
that is what he does.
He doesn't
Yeah,
really
that is what he
change up
does.
his role. I do want Luke Evans to be Namor, though. That's my first pick. It's the
Luke
villain
Evans,
from
really?
yeah, the villain from Fast 6. I
Yeah,
think
no.
he'd be perfect.
He was Gaston too, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think he would be a pretty good Namor. But I'm with
Interesting.
her though. I think that The Rock is kind of the
I'm
same
just
guy. in
bored of
every
him.
movie.
He's just
Yeah, I get you.
Is he?
For Disney, it seems like kind of a cheap way for Disney to get butts in seats, is what it seems like. Because there could have been many people who could have represented Neymar far better.
well,
You
yeah,
know what I
using
mean?
his
But
name.
Like
it's,
who?
it's his namesake. Well, I mean, I don't know Neymar well enough to attest to that.
Does anybody?
Any other?
Hold on, I'm gonna ask. Does anybody here know who Namor is? Oh, Travis. All right, let's put Travis on the mic. Here we go. Travis. Drove 2.5 hours. So you get.
All right.
All right, what do you think, Travis? Tell us about Namor. Is he a worthy MCU character?
He's a good throwaway character, like the
Wow.
like
Throwaway.
throwaway, yeah, exactly. Like the Dark Elf in Thor 2, freaking the guy Dick Lebowski from Iron Man 1. You know, if we're gonna throw a good actor in it, let's throw in John Hamm.
I have to disagree with the throwaway character line though, because I felt that Killmonger in the comics is a throwaway character, but he's one of the best villains in the MCU. It's all about the writing and the acting when it comes to the MCU. It doesn't matter about throwaway characters.
Oh, you got me on it.
Marvel does that thing, unfortunately, where they have this habit of killing people off when they're done with them, as opposed to giving them the opportunity to come back with maybe a different set of motives or some extra writing. Killmonger is one of Black Panther's biggest villains. Full stop. Whole series. Ta-Nehisi Coates did great work with them. Claw, huge villain. You know what I mean? So this is going to be one of Black Panther's first lasting villains. And you kind of got to keep that in mind. Somebody we're going to have to see for a few movies. I'm not mad at The Rock. I think it's one of those instances where
It's low-hanging fruit.
it's low-hanging fruit. And also, if he's the same guy in every movie, why not put him in a position to be the best version of that guy he can be? So maybe he stops being the same guy in every movie. You know?
The thing is, he sells movies just because he's The Rock. People are like, oh, I like The Rock, so I'm going to pay into it. So, I mean, just his name alone gives him the audience.
It's gonna sell. You're right. Absolutely.
All right. Well, there we have it. Sorry, I was trying to delay a little bit because I'm trying to get. For some reason, I can't sign out of my chat to see you guys. I just figured it out. I think. I think we've handled this. A lot of people are saying The Rock is a narcissist, and we're sick of him. I've seen some of your comments. You don't seem to care as much about him. So I think this is one of those weird things that I don't know. I don't know if I believe this story. First of all, this is clearly a clickbait bullshit story, if you ask me. I think he's going to do Black Adam. He's a producer on that franchise. It seems weird that he would suddenly, after, wasn't he what?
I might be wrong here, but I feel like there's an IG post with The Rock talking about linking up with Kevin Feige.
Yeah, well, he
soonish,
has.
but I don't know if it's about this specifically. That's probably what prompted this. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, he's a big personality. I could see him if he has a fun character, but I don't know. Namor feels like an odd choice. At the same time, I'm not opposed to him going to Showdown as a villain in Black Panther 2. But let's move on to the next story. We have another one here. This one is sort of interesting here. I'm going to take this from you so I can actually read this. This one really sort of annoyed me. I don't know if you guys heard this story, but Jane Foster, apparently in a comic book adaptation that was part of the extended Marvel universe, she felt Thanos' snap but didn't die. And so when you go and read this in this comic book, according to Aftermath, Jane Foster was one of the few who understood what had truly happened when half the life in the universe vanished. Jane's connection with the ether had subtly changed her, and as a result, she sensed the Infinity Stones being used on a grand scale. Jane went off the grid, attempting to understand and potentially even reverse the snap. That quest ultimately took her to Norway, in which she worked with Eric Selvig to tap into the Water of Sight. There, she received a vision that revealed the history of the Infinity Stones, Thanos' insane quest, and the Avengers' failure to defeat him in the Battle of Wakanda. Dude, what is this bullshit? This is so stupid.
The whole movie happened while we weren't paying attention.
Yeah, come on, dude.
see that movie.
How about
going to see that movie.
how about The whole Avengers couldn't stop Thanos.
Sleeping. What happened? What?
This is
Jane
ridiculous that they're now like, oh well, now because she's gonna be Thor, female Thor. I don't know what is the proper Mighty Thor. I don't know what we're actually
I
calling.
feel like by that logic, though, because I guess that they're hinting at that she knew because she had the ether in her. But wasn't Captain Marvel made out of an Infinity Stone? Wasn't Scarlet Witch made out of an Infinity Stone? Like, why does she only get the powers of knowing what's about to happen? I don't understand the logic of that.
Yeah,
Technically, the Reality Stone, which I guess she can bend and see realities. I don't know. It's a stretch. It's a super stretch. Anybody buy that story? Anybody?
No, I don't. I really don't. I feel like it's a stupid story, but I do trust Taika Waititi. But this story right here, if that's what they're going with, not feeling it. Not feeling it. We gotta get better with our creations.
well, I think this is a weird story where, and apparently it continues. The Cosmic Quest Volume 2 that Jane Foster has been permanently changed by her experience with the ether. And she possesses known as cosmic awareness, and usually reserved for those in the potential to become most powerful beings in the universe. Noted belongs with cosmic awareness of Adam Warlock, the Silver Surfer, and various hosts of the Phoenix Force. This may be tied into how she becomes female Thor. I don't. This is too comic-y for me. Does anyone, Damien? Do you have something to support this with?
So they brought in a bunch of different things from a bunch of stuff that we haven't even seen in the Marvel universe. Like right now, you would have to be a comic book nerd to even understand this article. They brought in Phoenix Force. That's X-Men. We just saw Dark Phoenix. They brought in Adam Warlock. We only saw that a little bit in Guardians 2. That when he didn't even come out. They brought up Silver Surfer. They haven't even brought up the Fantastic Four, and they're talking Silver Surfer. So they've brought in like lore from 5 different comic book lines, and they're saying, no, guys, this happened while you weren't looking. Take that.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird that they're trying to claim this just happened while we weren't paying attention. And that's an extreme adjustment. Is anyone feeling this? Is anyone excited for, I mean, I don't have a problem with Natalie Portman coming back and playing that female Thor. I wish it'd be her own character. I do stand by that. I think, but I support this idea of her coming back and sort of as his ex-girlfriend coming back more powerful. There is something interesting, and I like Taika Waititi and this idea of love and thunder. Could be a lot of fun. Is anyone not excited for that Thor movie?
I'm excited for the movie, but here's something that's simple. I think they overcomplicated it. So I buy the ether thing. Everyone here buys the ether thing. The only problem is that now you have her going, okay, I got the ether. The snap happened. Maybe she didn't quite disappear or whatever the case is, and now Thor's gone. And for that time that Thor was gone, they could have snuck this in as in she was doing a little bit of Thor-esque things. That whole thing could have happened. Like, they could have simplified the story. They're trying to bring in, right now I feel like they're doing what DC does, and I hate to say this because I'm wearing a DC shirt, but they try to stuff so much lore that if it goes anything like this article, I feel like that's not the right way to go. I don't think Taika Waititi would do that, because Taika Waititi was able to get Planet Hulk and not actually...
What was the other one he did? Sorry.
Give him the
Yeah,
mic.
Planet Hulk, and he had Ragnarok.
Yeah. So he managed to get Planet Hulk and Ragnarok in there, but he didn't dwell on Planet Hulk. It's just like a nod. So if he does a nod, okay, but if he tries to explain all of this, it's a 3-hour film. Which I can back. I like 3-hour films.
It might be Thor's last film, though. He does deserve a nice send-off.
Well, so again, real quick, final thought?
I just don't want to sit through any more 3-hour movies.
Yeah,
honestly.
I don't either.
And I do agree with Damien in
that's
the fact that if you're going to try to shoehorn all this stuff in there without somehow having connected it to everything else, we're going to be in the movie theater for 3 hours, and I'm not about that.
Well, I agree, and you just actually subbed up an interesting topic. Let's go to the next story here because I want to talk about this. It Chapter 3 is going to run 3 hours in length, says the director. This is freaking insane. 3 hours for a horror movie? Guys, who's on board for this? Does anyone actually want to sit through a 3-hour
I do.
What? All right, let's hear your defense before I argue this.
It has a lot of characters, and unlike most horror films where they just get you to like the character just barely before they die or go through stuff, it actually has a whole history of characters. We already know that Stephen King's novels are super long and that a lot of stuff ends up on the cutting floor because you just can't fit it in there. I think Quentin Tarantino did a 3-hour film, and people didn't bat an eye at that. There's been other 3-hour films out there. And let's face it, it's actually like 2 hours and like 55 minutes because there's 5 minutes of credits or whatever that is. So it's not really 3 hours, but there's enough characters, enough depth, and these people have grown. We have to catch up on all the time that's passed. These aren't kids anymore, so what scared them as kids is not going to scare them the same as adults. We have to find out what are their new fears, what are their new hang-ups, what's the relationship when they come back to that town. So yeah, I could see if I deep dive into you, and you, yeah, it's gonna take a little while. Otherwise, most people just
do that with the first one. If I remember, in the original It series, that the sequel was far inferior to the first. Over here. So it's kind of bizarre to me that the first one wasn't 3 hours long, but now they're making the sequel 3 hours long.
Yes.
So the far inferior film is going to get the much longer screen time.
Well, I mean, we're basing it off of the TV series, and so you're saying that the second run of the series was inferior. First of all, the cast and the premise of the second film already looks phenomenal. We have a beautiful cast, so I can watch these actors act. I want to actually watch them act. I want them to go through the scare. You're not as easily scared as an adult. The stuff that scared you as a kid, you could set that up quick. Hey, scary lady out of a painting or whatever the case is. As an adult, the scares are going to be far more, they have to be more personal, they have to be more traumatic, they have to be based on something that you really fear. I just mentioned it to someone else who has kids. Like someone has kids. As a kid, you're scared of a scary clown. As an adult, you're scared of a scary clown hovering over your kid. That has a lot more depth to it. You're gonna you have to build that scare up. And I'm sorry, with that many characters, normally when you have that many characters, a film cuts a character off and you barely see them. You know, the only thing that does that. Think about how much screen time really the Avengers have. How much screen time do they really have? Like they're
The
like
pace is ridiculous.
Exactly.
It's like
so. If you want to build up a horror, and it's a sequel, yeah, you have to build up the horror. So yes, 3 hours. I make sense.
If you had to pick the first movie or the second movie, which one would you rather have the longer screen time?
You see, the thing is that as a kid, I don't think you have as much experience in life to have that much depth. Like, you don't need to have long conversations. As a kid, what were you talking about? Fart jokes? You're talking about
Seriously,
you know what I mean?
Okay,
You're an adult now. So what have you done since you've watched? Okay,
Okay.
you as a kid saw a real supernatural creature. Then you went on with your life. What has happened in the past 20 years, and how are you not fucked up beyond belief?
Yeah, but the point is that, yes, all good points, but still, you want to sit for 3 hours on the edge of your seat like, like I'm going to lose my mind and lose my shit. If I got to sit there, grab some in my freaking armrest for 3 freaking hours, it's too intense.
Even worse, it's going to be boring.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to happen.
No, but there's going to be, exactly, it's going to be a lot of like, and
I'm going to defend it a little bit because I'm not going to go into lore of it. Why I would sit for a 3 hour movie. I'm just a fan of film. I would watch, what's
come F you.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
I'm a fan of film,
No, Andy,
so it's
I'm
okay.
a fan of film. Listen, Pulp Fiction I can watch so many times. Pulp Fiction is 9 hours long.
I need a pride of that. How serious
It's like 3 hours. It is like 3 hours long, though.
Listen,
It is. Pulp Fiction is almost 3 hours long. You would not rewatch Pulp Fiction?
It's not a scary movie. It's a
That's
story.
That's your argument? You don't want to watch it because it's a scary movie?
Yeah,
It's
kind
3
of,
hours
because
longer?
it's literally about the adults versus the clown, right? It's literally one story. Pulp Fiction has like multiple stories. You're watching multiple vignettes and tales, whereas it is
he
one
did make
fucking
the point
story.
that there's a lot of stories that go in between when it comes to like from when they were kids to adults. There might be a lot of stories to tell. You don't know. You haven't seen the movie yet.
Oh god, this is they put a lot of booze. They put a lot of booze in this drink. I'm very tempted.
I'm just trying to.
I'm shocked no one's making me do shots.
I just want to say, there's a difference between being scared as a kid and like growing out of it. These kids weren't scared. These kids were traumatized when they were kids. This clown traumatized them. One of them, I don't want to spoil anything, one of them doesn't come back to the sequel. This is so traumatizing. So, I don't know. I mean, it could work 3 hours. It could. I just know that, William Shakespeare said it best. Brevity is the soul of wit. It doesn't need to be 3 hours. It could do it in 2 hours.
Ashley, let's get you in. Come on in over here. What do you think?
The cool thing.
I think maybe 3
sorry,
hours
you're next.
is fine because not only do they need to create their own story for this 3 hour film, they need to build on the first movie. So they need time to build on the first movie, build on the new story, and so I think
You're okay with it?
I mean, I don't like clowns, so I'm probably no. But
Oh, we gotta watch you watching it.
no, I'm gonna cry. I'm traumatized by the original one. Yeah, I'm okay with 30 minutes.
Travis, what were we gonna say?
No, the thing I'm comfortable with it being 3 hours long. The director, the writer said there's not going to be a lot of jump scares. There's not going to be that high ting noise for a fake out. So it's going to be like legit horror for 3 hours. I can live with that because I know it's
Really?
a movie.
You can live with 3 hours of legit horror? What's wrong with you?
I know where to be.
If it's a good 3 hours, then that's if it's a good 3 hours, then yes, I'm behind it. But I think to me, I feel
What's a good 3 hours?
Some
What movie?
themes
What?
lend themselves better to longer run
Lord of the
times.
Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Oh, come on. That
horror.
movie needed to be edited like crazy.
Right.
Everything Tarantino.
Yo,
Right.
if you're gonna keep referencing Pulp Fiction, how long is Pulp Fiction? Somebody pull out their phone.
It really is.
Somebody
like
on the
3 hours
comments.
long.
Can someone
I'm
look
not
up how
even
long
joking.
Pulp Fiction is, please?
It's not, and I don't buy it. I'm looking up the runtime.
Like 2:30.
I mean, we've proven quite recently that people will sit through a 3-hour movie. So, I mean, for some people, that is okay. So,
Dude, it's 2 hours. It's 2 hours.
Pulp Fiction is 2 hours?
154 minutes. So what is that?
154 is 2 hours and 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Still, that's not 3 hours.
It's not. That extra 30 minutes is
that's
where you get
35
uncomfortable.
minutes shorter than It Part 2. And It Part 2, my struggle is it's just the same freaking story. The kids versus the clown. Like, it's not. Pulp Fiction had a million stories. There was the Bruce Willis story. There was the John Travolta story.
The only
Sorry, you don't have a mic.
I don't know about that because you see the difference is that when they were kids, yes, they had their lives to lose, and that's one thing. But when you're an adult, you have your life to lose. You have your child that you might be like a father to. You have that life to think about. You got your spouse to think about. There's a lot. The stakes are much higher when you're an adult because you've invested in things. And don't get me wrong, it's sad when a kid dies or whatever the case is. But they're like, what? They got like a tricycle and some games and some bullshit. It's like, okay, that's it. That's all they have. When it comes to actual like adults, the stakes are higher. And not to mention, me and you went through this. I might not like you because you made me go through that situation. You were the guy who said, "Let's go in there and let's
But
go
wait,
after the clown."
I'm
I
not
don't like you,
disputing.
Andy.
You're selling me that It 2 is going to be good. I'm not disputing that the movie is going to be good.
Right?
But what movie? 3-hour movies are traditionally overly long.
There's a bunch of movies that were like super long.
What's a 3-hour movie? Commenters, come on, everybody, chime in. This room, everybody. What's a 3-hour movie that?
But that doesn't take away from the movie.
But gotta hold up the mic.
the best
No, I
the
couldn't
best
have
horror
enough
movies?
headphones for
The
them all
best
to
horror the best horror movies have great character moments. We care about the characters dying. We care about when they're in trouble. If we don't care about the horror, if we don't care about the characters, it's not really that horrific. It's just like, oh yeah, that person died. I don't really know about that person. Could you remember the name? Okay, name a horror movie. Anybody, name a horror movie. Quick.
Pet Cemetery.
Blair Witch. Name a character from Blair Witch.
Josh.
Really?
Yeah.
You just guessed?
Yeah, I think I'm right.
Did you just pick Josh?
Did I?
I couldn't tell you.
My point is that we don't know some of those characters because they come and they go. We don't care about them. We can do that with
Yes,
kids.
I'm right. Josh,
God.
played by Josh. Yes. And
why-
Heather and Michael. It's their real actor
guarantee you
names.
5 people from this bar could not do the same thing, though. You know it.
And that's why you're Andy and
Titanic. So poop trash.
Exactly.
I got to call out Poop Trash Bucket. Poop Trash Bucket says that Titanic is a good 3-hour movie. And
He's right.
I don't disagree. There's
He's
a
right.
lot of history and a lot of action and moments. What? Who
Titanic
fell
is a good movie, sir.
Who
I fell asleep during Titanic. I'll be that guy.
How old were you when you watched Titanic?
I
He's
fell asleep
younger.
recently during Titanic.
He's younger.
All right, there you go. Braveheart, Gladiator, Wolf
Thank
of
you,
Wall
everybody.
Wolf of Wall Street's a good example too. But I feel like all these movies are mixed genres. They're not just like one genre of horror.
If
one
you're making
story.
a point that all of them had to be like horror movies, like none of them have ever been a horror movie.
I mean,
I get that. I get
Spaceman
that.
says Endgame, but it's like, hello, how many friggin' characters were in Endgame? There were like 100 stories going
But it's
down.
a
It
good
makes
3-hour
sense.
movie.
They had
Maybe
a
the
lot
only
to
way-
wrap up.
Maybe the only way this works effectively is if it too does Pulp Fiction it a little bit, and they break this down into like 4 or 5 different smaller horror instances, horror stories that kind of come together at the end game style. If that happens, I'm not mad because you're getting a lot of small stuff that you don't have to sit there and keep the constant thread of the movie going for 3 hours, sitting here fighting drowsiness. 3 hours is a long time.
Yes.
The Super Bowl is 3 hours
I'm with
long.
you.
You know what I'm saying?
It is friggin' long.
I'm surprised that producers even okayed a 3-hour movie runtime.
Oh, they want money. But you're right, because it means less screenings
Less
and everything else. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, they have to do the story for each one of the
Here's-
kids,
who's-
and each
I think
like
so we can see you.
each situation is going to be more complex than when they were kids. Like, it's not just going to be, ooh, scary clown. It's going to be like, okay, well, the psychological trauma, so they can split it up between each of the kids and make it probably worth it.
Listen,
Well-
if it's 3 hours long, that turtle better be in that goddamn movie.
All right, well, there we go. We've hit this a lot. I'm not a fan. It sounds like some people are defending it accordingly. I don't feel it. I want to go to another topic that made me mad. We have a couple more stories, and then we'll play a quick couple games with you guys. But this one was annoying because, look, I have no problem with Henry Golding. Henry Golding is one of the handsome it actors from Crazy Rich Asians, and he is going to star as Snake Eyes in the G.I. Joe movie. Now, guys, I'm a G.I. Joe fan. We don't know what Snake. Why would you waste this pretty face on Snake Eyes? He's behind a mask. He can't talk. What is going on? And so then I was like, this seems stupid. And then I was like, oh, they're doing an origin movie. And I'm just like, F you. This is ridiculous. I don't need. Yes, apparently issue 122 of the Marvel Comics of G.I. Joe, he spoke and was a ninja. This is stupid. That's not how Snake Eyes was like the one good thing out of the first two G.I. Joe movies. I believe it was Ray Park actually did it without speaking, and that's how the character has always been in the cartoons. So this idea of the casting the Crazy Rich Asians It guy, he's as an It guy, as in not from the movie It, but like he's popular right now. This seems like a wasted opportunity. Why are we casting this pretty guy as Snake Eyes? Is anyone else as annoyed as I am? Leave Snake Eyes alone. He wears a mask. Hire a stuntman. Don't hire a good, pretty actor. He's going to have to get sweaty under the mask. He's going to wreck his pretty face.
I mean, the only thing about Snake Eyes is that he was part of a team. He was the black ninja. He's a black ninja. His thing was stealth, and I don't know if I want a whole movie about that. I
I don't have a problem with the whole movie about it. I just don't want him to talk.
I'm just saying, why do an origin movie where you can have his origin like in 5 minutes? Why don't make a good G.I. Joe movie with everyone has a special team that has a special skill set? We can have a proper G.I. Joe movie. They haven't done a proper
Now, I'm with you in that. They have not done a proper G.I. Joe movie, and that's really the biggest problem because I want a good G.I. Joe movie, and they have made two really crappy G.I. Joe movies.
Yeah. Power armor and all that. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. I mean,
are you eating all my freaking French fries, Ian? I haven't eaten. This is my dinner.
I mean, that was the whole thing about G.I. Joe. There was different people with different special abilities, different costumes, and all that stuff. It was great. It could be like the next Marvel DC or DC Universe or Marvel.
There's so many characters they could make it.
Yeah,
is anyone else a G.I. Joe fan, or I'm clearly the oldest one here?
No, I love the animated movie.
Yeah, good.
It was great.
Go ahead, Damien. Come in here.
I know what they're gonna do. They're gonna put Snake Eyes against Shadow.
Storm Shadow.
Storm Shadow. They're gonna put Snake Eyes against Storm Shadow. You're gonna see the rivalry. It's gonna be this brotherly thing. I've seen it before. The two brothers that go into a fight, and then they start off as twins.
So you're basically making a non-R-rated ninja assassin movie.
Right. It's the Ninja Assassins all over again. They're brothers.
No.
First of all, Ninja Assassins. I want a good ninja movie.
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all, but I want a good ninja movie. I don't think this is gonna be a good ninja movie. I don't think this is gonna be a good ninja movie. I love G.I. Joe. I really do wish that they would do something with it. This gentleman is a great actor. I love Crazy Rich Asians. I think he would make a great thing. I think they're wasting it by calling it the IP, by putting it, by calling it.
This is G.I. Joe, so you got to watch it,
Yeah, no. See, I would rather him make an original ninja movie that has these properties. Yeah. But the moment you throw off the
why does he have to be in a ninja movie? Are you just saying that because he's Asian?
No, I was huge American Ninja fan.
Yeah,
okay?
but so we're talking about Henry Golding, so you immediately think he's got to be in a ninja movie? Come on, Damien, I'm just calling you out.
It's either he's the ninja, or he's gonna be casted as the old master, or he's gonna be casted as. Come on, guys, this is Hollywood. They don't have imagination.
That is true.
I definitely agree with that.
Like, what do I? Unless he's a Crazy Rich Asian, he must be a ninja. Hollywood.
Yeah,
that's
right,
Hollywood talking, not me. That's sadly the reality. It's getting better. But you're right. Even what is the
Storm Shadow.
No, the new Marvel kung fu guy.
Shang Li.
Shang Li, is it?
Shang Li.
I mean, they made Iron Fist a white guy, so why couldn't
Shang-Chi, isn't it?
Shang-Chi, yeah.
Oh my God, he's not that familiar, and I don't know. I'm not as popular, but even he's like a kung fu guy, so it is kind of depressing that as we mainstream Asian films, there has to be some sort of kung fu in it, or it doesn't matter. That's why I actually liked Crazy Rich Asians. Did anyone watch Crazy Rich Asians? It's really good.
It is.
It's really. Whoa! This is the argument. It's overrated.
I think it's kind of overrated.
Why?
Okay,
it's adorable.
Everything that Aziz said in his stand-up about it's great for Asian culture. I would love to see more Asian and Hispanics in film in general, but I didn't think it was that funny. I didn't think it was that funny.
So they shouldn't be in movies?
They should be in movies, but I'm going to analyze the movie.
I'm all for them
regardless
being
of
in
what the
movies,
race is
but
be
this
in the
movie wasn't good.
The movie wasn't good. That's my point.
Why
I didn't
wasn't
think-
it good, Ian, is what the question was.
It didn't make me laugh, and it's a comedy. That's why.
It's a romantic comedy, Ian. Do you
That's
have no
probably why,
heart?
too. I'm not a big romantic comedy fan.
Well, there
so.
you have it. That's why. So, this
So
is a big
Asian
argument.
community, don't beat me up. I love you guys. I want more
How
representation.
could you, sir?
I want more representation of Asian and Hispanics.
Gil says I don't know Asian people. That's not fair, Gil. I do. They're just not here right now, but that's not fair. Don't
I
call
definitely
me out
do.
like that.
I grew up around.
Poop Trash Bucket says Jonathan Taylor Thomas should be Snake Eyes
That'd be a
from Home Improvement. I'd watch that.
I'd watch
That's
it.
a good.
You wouldn't know it's
Poop
him.
Trash
No.
Bucket, man. You really are coming in the win. Chris Zimmerman had said earlier, I'd rather have a G.I. Joe movie based off the PSA commercials. I agree.
That would be
Those were really fun.
phenomenal.
G.I. Joe, you shouldn't do drugs.
Why was that GI Joe like swimming towards those little kids?
And so, yeah, I'm not going to repeat that. Some people are saying some racist things about Asians. I'm not going to go there. So anyway, what was I going to say? So there we have it. Snake Eyes. I'm not a huge fan. I don't want. I don't really want to see that. I don't want to see the origin story of Snake Eyes.
It seems like a really dumb
It's
idea.
just unnecessary.
Very
Let's
dumb
not
idea.
do it. All right, let's go to another topic that may be unnecessary. Here we go. Disney reportedly debating R-rated MCU Deadpool movies with PG-13 team-ups. So the idea here is that obviously Marvel bought Fox, and I did a movie about this a while back, and the idea was that they could still do the R-rated Deadpool movies, but then they're going to have Avengers and other team-ups where Deadpool can show up and still be family-friendly Marvel rating. Do we think this can be pulled off? I mean, I have a thought. Sorry, I'm burping from this big drink, but someone else can go on. I want to get some thoughts before I chime in. Can this work? Can Disney pull off both R-rated PG-13 versions of Deadpool? As
I
the
think
same
so.
Deadpool. Go ahead. Is he
Yeah,
gonna-
definitely, man. Deadpool has always been a pretty flexible character. I don't think you prevent Deadpool from cursing directly. I think you do something. I think you said it earlier, where you bleep Deadpool or something like that in universe, and Deadpool like reacts to those statements. I think those kind of things with those fourth wall breaks are awesome, and it's a great nod for the people who understand Deadpool's character. If you're not going to see the Deadpool movies and you're just catching Deadpool in instances of these Avengers team-ups and stuff like that, you don't know what's going on. You don't necessarily have to feel offended by Deadpool's presence as long as you've done something to kind of mitigate that. So I think it'd be pretty funny.
I think it'd be pretty cool too, because I saw that at Comic-Con they're gonna do the Doctor Strange 2 as like a H.P.
Yeah.
Lovecraft
Yeah.
style like horror movie.
Multiverse of
H.P.
Madness.
Lovecraft loves his like dark universe, loves madness, insanity, and just utter chaos. So I think with Doctor Strange going into the cosmic realm and going into other dimensions could make for a great movie. You can only do that with R rating. You got to have blood. You got to have guts. You got to have some kind of like pulpy, like just a big scary monster. You know, even if it looks cheap as hell, fuck it, just go R rated.
Yeah, well, that's to me. You're right, and there needs to be an R-rated version of Deadpool because there should be more R-rated Marvel movies in general. I think because if they did more standalone, a cool, real horror movie that's R-rated with gore and stuff, that's awesome. But I think you can pull off the PG-13 Deadpool. I think when he shows up in the Avengers, they just do the obvious joke of bleep him.
Yeah.
He acknowledges it, and then he goes up and goes, "What the f is this bleeping crap?" And then they just sort of acknowledge it, and he gets over it, and he moves on, and then. Throughout the movie, you wait for the big moment where something happens. He goes bleep 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 bleep,
Yeah.
and it just becomes obviously an obvious joke. But you do it. It's just like fracking in Battlestar Galactica, where I feel like there's a way to still make that work where he just acknowledges. I just don't want 100 Fox Disney jokes of I'm in Disney so I can't curse.
Well,
It's just the bleep to me is sort of the obvious, easy way you justify it. It happens once in a while and you move on.
yeah.
But if they constantly resort to, Disney won't let me do what I want to do, it's going to get so stale and old very quickly because he's already done it.
Well, yeah, you could do the R-rated Deadpool movies, but for the team-ups, Deadpool could be in small doses. He could do like his stick and leave. It won't be like a whole movie with him. I think people that are not, Deadpool fans can like tolerate him in these PG-13 meetups or team-ups. Sorry, and yeah, that could work. That could really work. He could say something funny, and that'll be it.
Go ahead.
Don't you get like one good curse word in like a PG-13 movie?
You get one F word.
One F-bomb? I would like to see an instance of like the whole movie he gets bleeped and gets ready to use that one F-bomb and someone else who's also in that same space use
That
it.
is a good
Like
idea.
it's Wolverine and he's like looking Deadpool square in the face and it's like F.
He goes, no, that was mine.
Yeah, and then
I've been
someone
waiting the
carries
whole
him off
movie.
screen. That would be absolutely phenomenal.
That's what I'm saying.
I'd
it's
pay
small.
good money. I would buy tickets to a movie on the strength of that alone.
That is a great idea. That is a fantastic idea, and that is where it can work. Because if you work within the reins that you have to work, you find jokes that haven't been told yet, and I agree. Any other thought? You were gonna say something?
Just in small doses. Him in meetups in small doses. He could really work.
I mean, they re-released Deadpool in PG-13, and it was still a good movie. I mean, it wasn't as
Was
good as
it?
Well, I mean, it was as good as it could be. So it's possible that they can do it. And like,
I would have
don't know,
rather watched the whole movie with Fred Savage and Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, and
I didn't need to, when I didn't want to see Deadpool 2, and I was like, I was into the scene, and I would like, all right, make this the whole movie, like have them go out on a date or something, and just make it extended, like.
And I mean, how long have we been waiting for Spider-Man and Deadpool to make a movie together?
Well, that's a good question. Do we think Tom Holland and the Ryan Reynolds Deadpool are actually going to work? Because I don't.
No.
Not that Spider-Man. It have to be a better Spider-Man.
If I had to choose,
Are
it
you-
would be my first choice.
Do you know how uncomfortable Spider-Man is around Deadpool the first few times they hang out? Well, actually, pretty much all the time. Eventually, Peter gets old enough to like chill in the comics, but we have issues, like tens of issues.
So you
where-
would rather see him with Spider-Man, Tom Holland, than like maybe a new Wolverine? I think that,
Okay, so-
I would rather see that.
Tomato, potato, I think they're both great ideas, don't get me wrong. But do you know how hard I would laugh if Ryan Reynolds were just out here making Tom Holland Spider-Man mad uncomfortable in every movie? It's really, I don't know how I
See,
feel
now,
about
I
this.
had to choose
That,
one though.
that is a fascinating idea, and I like where you're going with it. But my problem is, I don't know if I want to see Tom Holland do it, because I feel like Tom Holland is like so innocently like playing like, I'm a nice guy, guys. Oh, I don't know. But I'm with you on a. There is a Spider-Man awkwardness that works with Deadpool. But Tom Holland's just gonna be like, oh, I gotta go away. This is weird, and I don't know if he sells the awkwardness. Just hold on, wait, quick. Just let him finish this.
Have you
thought.
seen the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon?
No.
If you haven't, they do it really, really well. The way they do it in the Ultimate cartoon, Deadpool's not as pansexually all about Spider-Man's business as much as Deadpool is like a mentor for Spider-Man that Spider-Man has to realize maybe isn't the best dude, you know? And because of that, you still get that Spider-Man discomfort. There's like an entire episode where instead of killing people, Deadpool says we're going to unalive them, right? And then kills a ton of folks. Anyone who shows up in that episode gets the hands, you know? That episode's one of my favorite episodes of any Spider-Man thing, right? And it's less Tom Holland's discomfort, and Tom Holland has a chance to flex his innocence with a joke like that while still maintaining that whole Deadpool's going to do what he wants to do, and he's going to make him uncomfortable, and they still get to play that dynamic. I think something like that works really well.
Deadpool becomes Spider-Man's like the crazy uncle. Basically, he's like, hey, yo, so talk powder inside the crotch itch, the tightness. You got the tightness, I got the tightness. Red suit. Yeah, I do the talk powder too. Hey, so then, hey, that girl, Mary Jane, you gonna hit that? What's up? What are you going? This is Deadpool talking to Spider-Man, and Spider-Man's like, oh my God, wait, what are you doing, dude? That I can actually get, especially if he gets bleeped. Have y'all talked about that? If Deadpool gets bleeped with Spider-Man, that would be awesome. He's gonna be like, and I think that's a great dynamic because we've already seen Spider-Man with the mentor, the good mentor. Now we see him with the bad mentor, and all of a sudden he's like, Deadpool just talking about like, yo, so listen, check this out. Web shooters, that's cool. I use bullets. I prefer bullets. Bullets are more efficient. You tie him up, that's great. Why don't you just shoot him? Just kill him already. You got that death mode, right? Go ahead.
Well, you're right, but I want to just real quick. You're right, but I want to call it. Someone said Michael Silva said Tom Holland Spidey would be too babyish. He said he's too babyish. He needs to grow up, and that's my problem. Tom Holland plays it a little babyish and young. There is a potential there for sure, but I don't know. Before we continue this, I got to thank Bunda. Bunda, thank you for the happy birthday wish. He has dropped $2 in his super chat. Woo! He says, please watch The Walking Dead. Please hate watch The Walking Dead again. No, I'm not doing it. When I worked at Screen Junkies, I did a hate watching The Walking Dead show called Knocking Dead. I don't even remember what we called it. But I freaking hate that show so much, and I'm so glad I'm out of that, so I don't have to do it. But anyway, here, two people take the shot. Someone else take a shot with me. Who wants to do a shot? Travis? Here we go. Shots to Bunda. Thank you. Keep super chatting those questions, and we'll celebrate you, and I'll get drunker. Cheers. Oh, Travis beat me to it. Cheers.
I'll do it again.
Go ahead, Andy. Happy birthday.
Oh, man. Happy birthday to me.
Happy
All right,
40th,
whoa.
brother.
Keep those super chats going. I want to not wake up tomorrow. All right. Anybody else? Final thoughts on Deadpool before we play our
My
game?
last thought on
Go ahead, Ian.
Deadpool, I think it should be on Hulu. Disney just got like a lot of percentage of Hulu. Just make it R-rated and put it on Hulu.
Is anyone else super sad that they didn't get to do the Donald Glover Deadpool series? That script was so good.
It looked good,
That script
yes.
When he did like the
And
Taylor
he would have been a
Swift
good voice for it too.
Dude, oh my god! And that just is my worry. Like even Fox at the time didn't have the balls to do that show.
Right.
So it's a huge warning sign that why would? Oh yeah,
Oh!
Kayla! Come say hi. Kayla brings up French fries. Woo 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 woo. Thank you,
know
Kayla.
what?
You're the
I
best.
love her.
But my point is, like, Fox even didn't have the balls to do a thing, and that's so frustrating. Because how is Disney gonna have the balls to do it if they couldn't even approve the Donald Glover FX-rated show? It's kind of stupid. All right. Anyone else? Final thoughts? All right, I'm moving on to my game. Guys, whoa, more shots! Oh no, $5 from Chris Zimmerman. Oh, you're gonna kill me, Chris. Can I do a shot of a French fry first?
Where's my tongue?
All right. Who didn't get one last time? Coming in. Who didn't get one? You want to do it? All right. Cheers.
I'm a big guy.
Get in here. Cheers with it. All right. Thank you. Holy crap. I just got it. Hold on. We got to do this one first. Cheers. Woo! Oh, crap. Then I just got. Oh, Jay Chancellor, $20. Happy birthday, man. I'm glad you're back. Oh, wow. Dude, thank you. I don't know who that is, and thank you so much. I got to do another shot. Oh, man. You're going to kill me.
I do one with you.
Cheers. You got one? I'm burning out. Here we go. Oh,
Andy,
man.
I love you, brother.
Cheers, Ian, my buddy. Here we go. Oh, Jay, you just killed me. So the people that hate me, just super chat, and you can kill me with alcohol. All right. Woo! Thank you for all the birthday wishes. I turn 40 at midnight. Am I the oldest one?
You are. I am 30. You're 10 years older than me.
Come on, give me some life advice, Damien. You're older than me?
You're over 40? Black don't crack. Hey.
Here, what's your life advice?
Oh, whoa, 2 mics. All right, listen. First of all, don't ever do this. All right, when you're 40, don't double mic. Okay. No.
Don't do these many shots.
You don't need this. All right. So, the only thing I would say is, honestly, dude, you see your energy? You see my energy? We're out here having a good time celebrating. Yeah. No one would have questioned it. No one would have asked. No one knows.
Hey, freaking man! Everyone, I revealed I was 40, and I remember like, what?
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna be embarrassed by it. You gotta own it, right?
Nobody knows.
Are you gonna say your age? How old are you?
I'm 40, but I'm
40.
I'm older than you by months. By months, like all those months ago.
I wouldn't have guessed it. You look good, man. So congrats. Cheers to that. Cheers to our 40-year-old people. Who else is 40 in the comments? Give me your thoughts. All right. Oh my God,
My advice to you is don't grow up. I love you how you are, man.
Yeah, I tell my kid that. All right, can you hand me that bag? Oh no, I heard a noise. Does that mean someone else just gave me money? Oh no, that's a noise. We're old. Thank God. Oh no, no, F you, Chris. You did it again. I don't have enough. This is the last one I got here. Cheers. They're gonna get more. Oh shit. Thank you, Chris. Oh crap. Woo!
We can go get Caleb.
Oh! They're only $1.50 here at Peabody's. Oh man, Chris is trying to kill me.
Zaya, give me a close up.
Drunk Andy is my
favorite. We can get some more. We're gonna get more shots. Don't worry about it. Y'all do this. We're gonna carry them out.
I forgot I had this. And what a fitting time.
4-0.
So as we wrap up, we're gonna go a little longer in this because I'm drunk and who cares? I don't remember how to turn this on. She told me. Oh, here we go. All right. Yeah. Almost there. Woo! All right, so guys, I have 2 games. I want to play it. I usually do Who's the Best, but I wanted to try something else. So I want to play. I do this game on my Instagram, guys. If you don't follow me on Instagram, go follow me at Andy Signore. And we have this opportunity where I pick 2 movies that whenever I'm at a Walmart or something, I go through the bin where they have all the cheap movies, and I just post 2, and I say, which one would you buy? You can only pick 1. So which movie would you buy? You can only pick 1. Jurassic World or Batman versus Superman.
It's not even a debate to me, man. You already
Batman
know what I'm
versus
thinking.
Superman or Jurassic World. Which movie do you buy? All
Am I
right, let's
going
go down the
first?
line. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, it's Jurassic World for me.
Oh, you got
Jurassic World,
All
hands
right,
down.
You're fighting. Who's going Batman versus
Batman v Superman.
All right, we got team up. So come over here. Come over here, Damien. And then we got a side. Who wants to?
I gotta go.
Go to your side.
Jurassic
Let's see. Let's see how it evens out. Oh, whoa! Oh, it's Damien's by himself.
I can't wait to hear
Let me put my drink down. Hold on.
Oh my God.
You want to join him on either side? You want to get into this? No.
I'll play it. I'll play it.
Oh, okay. You got to. All right. So get in here, Damien. You got. I will be your judge. So I will be your judge. Well, assuming we have. What up? Oh God, Shannon! Come on, shit! I don't have shots. They'll come, but I'll do this.
They're coming. They're coming.
I love you, Shannon. You're the best. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. Only the people I know. It was like all people I know.
Why'd you say that name?
Oh God! Oh no! Oh no! Two again, Chris. You're killing me. More shots are showing up. I don't know. We'll get shots. I promise.
They're on their way. They're on their way.
I will keep track. Oh shit!
I don't know if the Ultimate Edition can even save it.
All right, here we go. It's the Ultimate Edition. Damien, you got it. You got 10 seconds. Go.
I've seen that movie. I've seen it plenty of times. It's a rehash of all the other. It's a rehash of all the other Jurassic Parks out there. All they did was have a girl run around in stilettos, better CGI, and then they took another dinosaur hybrid. We're gonna make another dinosaur that doesn't exist. Blah 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 blah. I've seen that film. No big deal. We've been waiting for this forever. Aside from the Martha thing, you're gonna pull away one moment. All you guys are gonna say is Martha. It's one moment.
That's not what I was gonna
Everything
say.
else
But
is
I
here.
have been waiting for it forever. I have, and I was let down. One of the most disappointing movies of all time. This is an okay movie. It is a rehash of like maybe the first Jurassic Park, but it's watchable. That shit right there, bruh. Without saying the Martha scene, one of the most I love DC. I love DC comics more than Marvel. It's fucked up that I would rather watch a tree and a raccoon more than Batman and Superman.
All right.
Oh my God, that's so true, man.
It's
So-
fucked up.
Cheers to that, sadly.
Name one great moment out of that film.
Chris
Name
Pratt.
one.
Chris
No.
Pratt
Chris Pratt
is fantastic.
Which we saw in the trailers.
Fantastic.
Which we saw in the trailers was not a big deal.
He was,
you know what's a great
he was
moment here?
charismatic. He was a character. He had adventures with everybody. He had gotten in trouble. It was great. He's a great actor.
Chris
great
Pratt
energy.
played Star-Lord with
Fantastic
dinosaurs. Anyways, my point is right here. We actually got to see the Iron Batman suit. We actually got to see Superman fighting Doomsday. We got Wonder Woman and Superman tying down Doomsday. We actually got beautiful scenes. We have beautiful, iconic scenes in this film. It was beautiful. Yes, beautiful direction.
Give me an iconic scene, Mr. Martha. Give me an iconic scene from Batman v Superman.
I gotta hear this. What is the iconic scene?
Exactly.
Please?
I'm sorry. When Superman was standing there in the sky, we had the rain on Batman. You had the glowing eyes. Please tell me that you said that didn't give you chills.
I would argue Chris Pratt riding with the Raptors is more of an iconic scene than anything in Batman v Superman. Go ahead, sir.
3 words.
Oh my
Granny's peach tea.
Oh yeah.
Explain that. And I will see that, and I will raise you a mother flippin' T-Rex.
Dude,
I don't care if it's fighting. I don't care if it's fighting Charlie Chaplin on top of the Empire State Building. Anytime you see a T-Rex on screen, you're getting your money's worth.
All right, hold on. I gotta pause for a second. Cut to me. I'm so drunk. First of all, this is a really good time to ask me anything. I'm telling you, those super chats. You literally, I'm so fucking drunk. I don't have shots right now. Someone's gonna give me shots, but I gotta thank Shawnee Beans. Shawnee Beans, thank you. Shawnee said, "Enjoy, happy birthday from a vegetarian that won't force you to not eat meat." Shawnee, I'm a vegetarian too, so cheers to not eating meat. Have you had the Impossible Burger at Burger King yet? It is fantastic. Guys, have you had the Impossible Burger at Burger King? Can I ask you all, you're all meat eaters, right?
Yeah.
Will you do me a favor for my birthday? One day, go try the Impossible Burger.
That's fine.
That way you'll help me, you'll help the world, not kill all the cows right away. Just one day, one meatless day. What were you gonna say?
Have you had the black bean burger from Ford's Garage?
No. Is that good?
It's amazing.
Dude, yes, I love this. I'm not used to it in Florida.
No, I'm a meat eater, but I tried the black bean burger on a dare.
And it was good, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that's what's so magic. Dude, vegetarianism, I had a buddy, my buddy Eben, I got to give him credit for this. I'm not like a veggie who goes off telling everybody to eat vegetarian. But my buddy Eben was like, dude, if I send you in a restaurant and I can prove that food tastes as good if it's plant-based, would you switch for a little while? And I said, fine. And I went to a place called Veggie Grill. And holy crap, there are friggin' wizards making food now. That just blows my mind. And the Impossible Burger at Whopper, the Impossible Whopper is one of those things, so try it. It's still grilled on the same grill as the meat, but I'm not that crazy. But anyway, I went off on a drunk tangent, so I got to be careful. Shawnee, thank you very much. Don't let me drink anymore. Thank you, Shawnee, for that awesome. Where were we?
Batman vs Superman.
Yes, go,
Jurassic
Travis.
World.
Yes, go,
The
go.
hard
Thank you
debate of
for saving
Batman
me.
versus Superman versus Jurassic World.
Is there any final? I have another movie. I think. Yeah, go ahead, Travis.
No, let's
Wrap
do
us up.
another movie. Because
You got your final thought?
Jurassic World was cool. I liked it how it was like a soft reboot of the nostalgia that I had as a kid watching it at like 10 years old. It was cool seeing dinosaurs on screen as animals, not just as monsters.
Yeah, well, I went on record loving Jurassic World. So let me
I remember
judge.
that movie fight. That was
You
pretty
remember?
awesome.
You're a fan. Thank you for saying it. I remember. I was kind of faking it a little bit. At the same time, when I watched Jurassic World, I was like a kid again because I enjoyed the premise of like them revisiting the park, having fun, doing all that stuff. So I like Jurassic World a lot. Batman v Superman, man, it's tough because look, everyone says I'm a DC hater, dude. These three people right here are the best fucking superheroes in the world. How was this movie not the best movie ever made? And I don't care what DC fan you are a freaking lunatic. You are literally a delusional person if you are telling me that this was the perfect adaptation of these three heroes. It just wasn't. It wasn't. And I know you're like playing it for the cameras, but this movie was not a proper adaptation of these brilliant characters.
We're not arguing whether or not this was the best version of Batman v Superman. We're arguing whether or not Batman v Superman was better than Jurassic World.
Not a better movie, but a better movie.
You still never gave us a more iconic role than Chris Pratt running with the.
No. So anyway, I'm losing track of time. So stop. This fight is over. Jurassic World wins. I want to give you one more normal one.
I finally won one. Yeah.
All right, you guys are the best. Here we go. How about this one? I don't know. This is easy. We got Speed and we got Pacific Rim.
Are we all going to be on the same side? Who's picking Speed?
Speed and Pacific Rim. Is anyone Pacific Rim?
What do you want? Pacific
Okay.
Rim. Same.
Anybody else?
Pac Rim.
You guys are Pacific Rim?
Yeah.
All right, so we got 3 over here for Pacific Rim, and we got 4. All right, it's pretty even for Speed. I think we should make this a show. I love this show. This is fun where you just debate which. Does anyone else have this problem when you're on Netflix with like your partner or whoever, and you don't know what to pick, and you end up spending an hour not actually picking a movie, and you end up
and then you fall asleep.
Too many choices.
Exactly.
Too many
This
choices.
is the fucking worst. So anyway, we should make this a show. All right, so we got Pacific Rim versus Speed. Go ahead.
How?
Oh wait, Wild Warlock. Happy birthday, Andy. Hope this $5 dues can buy you a drink, do a shot. You can be an honorary Aussie for the day, dude. Wild Warlock, you are the best. Thank you so much. Happy
Drink it
birthday.
like you mean it.
Anyway, I'm gonna drink. I'm doing my shots out of this, and I shouldn't because I'm really friggin' drunk. I'm getting pretty toasty. Go ahead, take me out of this.
How do you look me square in the chest? Not the eye, the chest. How do you look me square in the chest? Grow up on all the same stuff we grew up on, right? And not think this movie is better than Keanu. I hadn't learned emotion yet. Hadn't learned emotion yet. Reeves in Speed. Speed. Keanu. I apologize. I'm not buying Cyberpunk 2029 until I get some reviews. So that's what it is. But I will say this, right? This had everything we needed. Was it a good movie? Probably not. Probably not, right? But that's not what I showed up for, all right? If I show up to Burger King and order anything except Andy's Impossible Burger, I want a nasty, greasy, artery-clogging cheeseburger. And if they hand me anything else besides that, I'm upset. This is a Whopper. This is good for the soul, man. It's not a good movie. This is a Krispy Kreme donut, all right?
Yeah. Okay. Are you
That was
finished?
passionate. Go
Are
ahead.
you finished or are you done? Okay.
okay.
First of all, on behalf of all the short people around the world, fuck you. Second of all,
Izzy's very
second of
tall,
all,
for the record.
you talked about our childhood. This is our childhood. I don't give a. You might be young, brother. I don't understand. You might be taller than me, but you might be younger. This right here is a classic when it comes to the '90s babies, bruh. Let's get it. Come on now.
Bro, we
Come
have
on now.
watched.
And you talking about Krispy Kreme donuts? Yes, that's gonna give you diabetes if you watch that.
And they can chop off my foot like they did in Soul Food, dog. Look. I grew up on giant robots, man. Giant robots, dog.
All right. Hold on. Okay. Quote that movie.
I can't.
Ooh, quote it.
I can't.
Quote.
I
Yeah.
Easy. Oh man, that's rough.
You!
Oh yeah. Cool. Oh yeah. At least I'm taller.
You want to quote?
That is
You
close.
shut up! You keep talking.
that from the movie?
Yes.
Wow.
Today we are canceling the apocalypse.
Wow. Sorry, I forgot.
Now we can either sit here and we can wait for backup, or we can take these flare guns and do something
Are
really
you doing an English
stupid.
accent?
Australian accent.
Oh, is Idris Elba?
Hey, listen,
Australian?
Keanu.
Idris Elba is English. But
Then
the
he-
guys who ran.
Hold on.
the-
Wait.
the
I'm very
Australian.
drunk. Idris Elba is an English person who is doing an Australian accent.
No.
And I didn't
No.
know that until today?
No.
Am I losing it? What is happening?
No. Real quick. Idris Elba is English. The other guys who ran the high-tech Jaeger, they were Australian. And that's where the flare guns line comes from.
All right, well, Brian wants
Pop
to wreck
quiz,
me.
hot shot.
Pop
You got
quiz.
a terrorist
Brian,
and a
you're the
hostage,
devil.
and the
Hold
terrorist
on.
is holding
Shoot
her
the terrorist
hostage.
in the head with a sniper at 400
What
feet.
do you
Wait.
do?
Hold
What
on,
do
hold on,
you
hold
do?
on, wait. Brian is the devil. He made me drink again, and I shouldn't drink. There we go.
Do it.
Oh, crap. Thank you, Brian. My dick's
Somebody
erect.
put my childhood in
dick's
that
erect.
fishbowl.
Oh, he's trying to make me say my dick is erect. Just say it. Spell it out. My dick is erect. Is that what you're trying to do? Can I pull it out? Can you guys go look up Campia? John Campia loves black people.
Oh my God.
Real
No.
quick.
Just look it up.
Who sent that up? Was it somebody by the name of Hugh?
Cosby.
You're not going to get me on this because unlike him, I actually read what you write and I'm going to say it and I'm going to embrace it. What did you going to say, Ian?
Andy said that shit to me. I literally watched it like 20 times. He's like
It is
Ron
the
Burgundy. He will
funniest
read
thing.
anything on the
It is
teleprompter.
I'm sorry, John. I'm so drunk, but that is literally the funniest thing I've ever read. If you look up what I just said, you'll literally see John Campia be like Anchorman. He just reads whatever people super chat him. So Brian, I appreciate what you did, but I see what you did, and I'm not embarrassed. You made me say something silly. What are you like? It's like Bart Simpson. So there you go. You paid me $2. I'll say what you told me to say. Thanks,
Cancel
man.
the apocalypse.
Anyway,
Cancel the
Speed is the
apocalypse.
winner. Speed is like
How?
such the better movie.
How?
Speed is both
How?
junk food. Wait.
Rick,
Speed is
Rick.
both junk food and a proper meal. It is just a fantastic. It is the best Die Hard
But you
knockoff
can't
there
have
ever
both
was.
at once. They
All
closed
right.
down Bennigan's.
Should we
don't
do one
get
more?
much
Should we do
Frisco.
one more?
Sure.
All right, here we go. I brought these are my actual Blu-rays for the record. Oh my God. Brian S., I love you, dude. Happy birthday. Brian, I love you, man. I love it. I'm so happy to be with people who care about me. Here we go. Here we go. Ian, here we go. We got Inception and we got Logan.
I can't choose. I'm gonna step out and I'm gonna get drunk with my
Final
wife. I
round
brought
three is
along.
freaking hard, isn't it? This is a hard one. Oh, you got to pick one. I love it. I love it when it's actually hard. I don't know what I'd pick because they both have their like. This has a rewatchability factor, whereas Logan is probably the better movie. But it's I don't know if I need. It's tough, man. I can argue it. All right, so you got to pick one, Damien. You got to pick one. Vortex, get drunker,
Inception.
please. Oh, you are awful, Vortex. No, you're amazing.
Inception.
Oh my
I'm going
God! See,
Inception.
everyone loves Drunk Andy, but it's really Drunk Andy's dangerous.
I think I'll go to
Vortex, thank you.
Inception. Just a
All right,
little,
so you're
a little
Inception.
edges out.
Who's
Logan.
picking Logan? All right, you're going Logan. All right, so side up with your movie. Side up with your movie, folks.
Yeah, you go first.
Sure. Drink, don't too much. Drink. Thank you, Alexander. See, Alexander's looking up. If you super chat me and tell me not to drink, I will not drink. How about that? Reverse psychology. I'm just trying to, guys. For real, if you're watching at this point, and you haven't given my Kickstarter. That's really what I'm doing. All this money is going to that Kickstarter because I want to go fund that project. It means a lot to me, and I'm like halfway there. So honestly, that's why all this money is going towards that because I don't have it actually a ton of money. People think I do, and I just want to like make content for you guys. So if you guys give, that's what it does. So thank you for giving. I'm not trying to just like do charity. I'm actually trying to deliver a funny drunken show for you. And YouTube doesn't pay. What were you saying, Zaid? You want to say something? Chris Zimmerman. Oh, Chris, tells me to take a shot, and he picked Inception. Chris, come on. I'm gonna do a light shot because I know you don't care that much. All right, we got Inception. We got Logan. Where did everyone go?
I have no idea.
They gave up on it. I think they're getting me shots. Oh, those assholes.
I know, right?
All right, so we got it. 2 in Inception and Logan. Go for it.
So this one isn't as like the other ones, easy for me. So this was actually really, they're both great movies. I'm going to go to the little edge over Logan because as a story, they're both really rewatchable. As a story, though, I love Hugh Jackman is Wolverine. He's not even Hugh Jackman. He is Wolverine. And this is very rewatchable. And I love the dynamic with him and his clone. And I get, it's a great Western. We don't get good Westerns nowadays, and it's a great Western. And do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I don't know. like Inception, I watched one and I was done. It was just visual effects. It was a very linear story. With Logan, I don't know. The story was 10 times better than Inception. Like, I love them both. Like, it was a fight, but
Of course, these are two fantastic movies, but I got to put the edge on Inception because this is a very, very hard film to make. This is a very high concept film. It blew away audiences. This is something we have never seen before. It's a landmark film. Christopher Nolan, after he did Dark Knight, we blew our minds with Dark Knight, but he took it to the next level with this one. He just, with the story.
Why was it next level?
Because of the story, the complicated, not complicated, but challenging storyline with the special effects, and the cinematography was fantastic. It was a little bit, convoluted a little bit, but
that's not helping your case.
Well, I know. I'm just saying. It's just a little convoluted, but it's still a fantastic film.
Damien, you want to
it's not
help him?
convoluted at all.
Step
Here's
in,
the thing.
because we don't see it.
It's,
Sorry, I don't
it's
mean
not
to grab you.
convoluted. No, that's fine. It's not convoluted at all. What you have here is an original story with an original concept. Something that it's original enough. Most people haven't seen anything like this, especially dream diving. And practical effects. We're talking about that whole room was a real room that he spun.
That was freaking cool.
That was very cool. This is something that you
Oh
watch.
no, Bunda, smelly. Oh, he's smelly Negro. No, but LMO.
Not John Campia, guys.
I'm just reading what he wrote there. It says Nigro. I got to read because he spelled it, but obviously he spelled it knee, and then with.
What's that, Andy? What did you say?
Am I allowed to say that, Ian?
You might want to outsource that to one of the brown people.
Can you say that for me, Izzy? Oh my God, ha ha ha, Bunda. He watched the John Campia clip. That's what he said. It is really
It's very rewatchable.
That's what he makes him say, and he doesn't realize it. I realize what I just said, so I apologize if I offended him.
Let me dig in real quick.
Here's the thing about
Go
Logan.
ahead.
All right. Does Logan feel the same had you not had all the other Hugh Jackman films before that?
I
Does it
feel
feel
like
the same?
it's separate from the other X-Men.
No.
Well, no,
It's
I
separate.
feel like because we gotta grow with Logan. Like I grew up with the original
Mic
Hugh
up, mic up.
Jackman. I grew up with Hugh Jackman being Logan, so I had more of an emotional connection with him in the
agree.
movie.
And you're going to cry at the end. And personally, I don't like crying at the end of films, so I only watched it once and maybe twice when I really felt down. But otherwise, had you not had all the other X-Men stuff before that, does Logan really have the emotional impact that it would have had? Had you not seen Xavier?
We're not talking about it
So-
being separate. Like
so when you're talking
that's what
about
makes
two
it so
films-
powerful.
All right, so when you're talking about two films, let's say this, I have never seen a film before in my life.
Yeah.
Okay? Am I going to get Logan when you show it to me, or am I going to
Hold
get
on, wait.
Inception off the
That
bat?
is my
Well,
favorite. Imagine
I
I've never seen a film in my life. Which one? That's a very. Which one would you pick if you had never seen a film in your life? Would you pick Inception or Logan?
Well, that changes everything. But we're talking about rewatchability and whoa, am I all by myself?
That's my point. Is that
I ain't gonna
Logan?
lie, that's a better pick.
Yeah, Logan has the emotional stakes that come from watching a bunch of other films, and that's great. Inception is a standalone film that has a great concept that brings you some beautiful visuals that we've never seen.
Can I
Doctor
help you?
Strange
Can I help
stole
you?
that.
Can I help
But
you?
the rewatchability,
I ain't gonna lie.
Look, this has got the black and white version, Logan Noir. So here's the what I'm saying is, if I'm gonna fight for Logan, I've seen this a million times. I've never watched Logan in black and white.
Oh wow!
I mean, that's kind of a cool new way to watch.
That's a
the
setting
movie.
on your TV, Andy. You just take the saturation, and go.
No, you're an effects guy. You know they probably went through and actually color graded it.
They desaturated and then they up
Do
the
you really
contrast.
think some guy went and
They
did,
picked
let's
the red
do
channel.
Logan. You think James Mangold really to set some guy just make it black and white?
I'm
and
just
some guy
saying,
has turned
I
the
could save myself
saturation down?
$15 in Walmart and just go, and then up the contrast and voila.
Hey, quick
Hey, I could do
question.
that for
Quick
15 films.
Hey, quick question. What's Leonardo DiCaprio's character's name in Inception?
Okay, on the side from
Shit,
Logan.
hold on. What is?
Oh, do you not know? Okay, all right. What is Hugh Jackman's name in Logan?
Wait a second. What is Leonardo DiCaprio's name? Is it Charlie?
Did you guys hear what I said? I
Wait,
asked
hold
you,
on.
what is Leonardo DiCaprio's
Damn it.
character
Did
in
anyone-
Inception?
Hold on. Did any of you watching actually know the answer to that? I'm curious. I really can't figure it out.
It's not.
Oh, does that mean that this is more rewatchable? Because
No, it doesn't mean
that means that's a better IP. That's more. Logan because again.
But if this is
years
such a
of-
better movie, you would know the characters, right?
Michael
No,
Silva
no.
says the noir Logan sucks. So Inception wins. You guys proved it on rewatchability and
I tried. I
originality.
ain't gonna lie, this
Logan is great, but
this was harder than
I
the
don't know,
other
man.
ones.
Is it really the best?
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. For
is
somehow your
harder.
arguments were better. There probably was a better
This is actually
argument for
hard.
Logan,
I ain't
but
gonna lie.
the
other ones was like
Cobb. That's right, Cobb is his name.
Cobb.
none of
God,
y'all knew.
man, you
Don't
guys
even
all
act
got
like
it.
you did.
Nathan
None
got
of
it
y'all
first,
did not
though.
know.
Nathan B, you are the winner today. You get a French fry. Here you go, Nathan. Enjoy this French fry. You got it, Zaid? Give him this French fry. Here you go. Enjoy. Eat it. Oh, you enjoy. Oh, it tastes good, doesn't it? Oh, I'm glad. Oh, wipe a little bit off your mouth. There you go. I'm kidding.
Are you
I have it
okay,
right here.
Andy?
I'm eating it. All right. I mean, we should probably wrap this up because I'm so blasted.
You don't look it.
Oh my God, I feel it.
I do think
Nobody
we should
brought
do
me
one
water.
more at least, guys. What do you guys think?
One more.
I don't have any more movies, but I can do a round of who's the best.
I was talking about a shot.
Oh, a shot. Well, we can end on a shot. Want to end on a shot? All right, here we go.
Like 40 shots.
You
is that what
guys,
we're doing?
you guys have to deal with the real drunken me. Any final questions as we wrap up? Hit them in the comments. Now's your chance as we do this last shot, because I definitely owed some shots.
Andy, happy
Here
40th.
we go. Everyone get in this? Oh yeah, Travis drove 2.5
I
hours.
just
Do you want
asked
it?
him. He said he can't. He's gonna drive back.
Come in here. There we go. Thank you, everybody. Awesome. Ashley, cheers to you for awesome hosting, everything else. Here we go. What is this?
This is buttery nipple, I think.
Oh, that tastes like butter beer, but a really alcohol version
Wow,
of it.
that's nice.
Oh man,
That was ass.
this is bad that this is my chaser because this is filled with alcohol too. Oh my God, that is a buttery
You
nipple.
guys can't deal with butter.
Oh my God, Jeff Wheeler, is that you, Jeff Wheeler? Oh my God, is that the Jeff Wheeler? My high school friend Jeff Wheeler, or is that someone else who has his name, Jeff Wheeler? More, ha ha. If that's the real Jeff Wheeler, send me what your nickname is right now so I can give you a call out because that's amazing that Jeff Wheeler is watching. All right, guys, wrapping this up. What am I doing to wrap this up? Oh, I'm supposed to end every week with something positive, but I didn't grab it. What is the positive story of the week? Did anyone like anything this week? Netflix, what?
Amazon and Netflix are killing it on original shows right now.
Yeah, well, we did The Boys last week. The Boys is like the
Well,
best.
positive. The Boys is filming
Everyone
season
go
2 right
watch-
now.
Oh, there we go. Season 2 of The Boys.
It's
That's
filmed
something to end on here. Wheels. Oh my God, it's Wheels. Yes. Hey, Jeff. Woo. Jeff was my high school buddy. We made films together when we were little kids, and he's the best. Jeff, I love you. Keep in touch. There he is. Yeah, Jeff. Everyone go give Jeff a like. Love you, Jeff. But yes, the positive thing I like to end it because we complain all episode. I want to make sure I send something positive. Have you guys all watched The Boys?
Absolutely.
Episode
It
3.
is so good.
One of the
I'm
best
on episode
movie-
3.
It is so good.
You
I
gotta
love
finish
it.
it.
And the
I'll finish
finale-
it.
The finale does have that sort of like what the F moment.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, well, and that's not just what F, but it's like, okay, what now what? And so if you haven't been
Homelander's
watching,
hilarious.
if you haven't been watching The Boys, everyone's talking about it. I'm going to do a video about this next week, talking about spoilers. So please catch up because it's a really fantastic show. It's really cool. We did a show similar called Interns of Field, but it wasn't as dramatic. So I'm like also jealous of like, why didn't we think of that doing it that way? It's really, this is just such a brilliant way to sort of tack on sort of the Disney-owned Marvel superheroes and how sort of corporations own it all. So if you haven't been watching The Boys, check it out. They've already greenlit 2. They should greenlight season 3 and 4 like immediately.
Absolutely.
This is like a show that clearly like can have some legs.
I mean,
and I want to
it's,
see where it goes.
it's based on a comic book. How many?
Do you know how many episodes or issues it has?
I have no idea. I mean, that's what I'm saying. How many issues
I don't know.
does it have?
It's a reasonably long comic. It's a reasonably long comic, but you can buy the single version anthology at like Barnes and Nobles right now.
But it's long.
It's not. It's about
kind of
Watchmen
new,
long.
isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not running anymore. It's done. It's about Watchmen long.
Yeah, but Watchmen's not that long. I mean,
That's what I'm
Watchmen's-
saying. It's
so that
it's a
where,
dense
but
comic.
The comic has enough for season 2 to happen.
Oh yeah, all day. There's
Okay,
plenty of
got
stuff they haven't
Is-
covered. It's kind of cool, right? Because
I gotta read the comic.
You
I'm
do,
such a
you do.
nerd who doesn't read enough
the
comics.
comic isn't even like I know what happens in the rest of the series. So I've read the comic, but because the comic was written in such like a different social climate, the same stuff happens, but it happens so differently and it's delivered so differently that it doesn't really feel like you're spoiling the show. If that makes any sense.
Now, will this last like 3 seasons, 4 seasons, or will it go on and on and on like Walking Dead?
Okay, so I don't know because I mean people want money, but I will say in something that's completely unrelated, Netflix killed Grand Tour and they were making lots of loot off of that. So not Netflix, sorry, Amazon killed Grand Tour and they were making tons of money off like the Top Gear ripoff with the same guys, right? So maybe they'll just be willing to kill it once they're done with the story.
Yeah.
So
Because there's nothing more frustrating than getting like an extended like every single season more and more and more. Then it doesn't flow naturally.
Yeah.
It has a beginning, and middle, and end. That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're totally right. But it seems like there's enough at least for a season 2.
Oh,
which is
all
what
day.
we're agreeing.
All
So
day.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
season 2.
The
Yeah.
positive news story of this week is that season 2 is already happening. They're shooting it. They released a photo. Man, I'm just too drunk to keep talking, so I gotta wrap this up. Even though people are like, please no, it's gonna get really gross if I don't. I mean, boring. Just like. Blah, 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 blah. But thank you all so much for super chatting and wishing me happy birthday. I really mean it. I'm gonna hang out with these guys and get shit faced some more because at midnight I turn 40 and I gotta sort of distract the fact that what happens when you turn 40. But thank you all so much for watching for this long. If you're still watching and you haven't given to my Kickstarter, please go give to my Kickstarter. It's a really project I feel is important. I can reveal I have a politician, this female politician, who just has this amazing story that I want to tell. She got screwed because someone called her a racist and she wasn't. And I talked to her personally. It's just such an amazing and sad but story that deserves to be told. I have a filmmaker who made a movie and got blacklisted by a very big A-list actor who wants to talk about the story. I have a music celebrity icon family member that I want to tell their story. I have a football player who was wrongfully accused of rape. I have some fantastic stories that are in the works, but I can't do it if I don't get your support on Kickstarter. So Hug the Cactus. Whoa, that was crazy. Go check out Hugging the Cactus on Kickstarter. I'll try and do an annotation here at the end. If you haven't already, there's some cool tiers. You can support me. Go over to my Kickstarter. Check it out. I will send the link down. Oh, my God, I'm going to barf. I'm going to send the link down below. I'm kidding. I'll send the link down and stuff, but I would be grateful for your support on the show so I can get that going. It'll also help fund these shows going because it'll help employ me for the next couple months to keep trying to pursue this YouTube thing. So thank you all to everybody who stayed tuned and watched and came here at Peabody's. Let me know what you think. Hit me up on Twitter at Andy Signore on social media if you want me to do a crazy thing like this again because I got way drunker when I went here. Someone's going to have to drive me home. But thank you so much for watching, and thank you all so much for the support and sticking through this hour-and-a-half live stream. That was crazy. We will see you next Wednesday for my garage, where I'll be a little bit more contained. But thank you again. All the best. Thank you to everybody here. What live stream? Woo, everybody here. You guys are the best. Thank you so much, for Andy. And Travis, thank you for driving. Thank you so much, everybody. We love you. All right, everybody. Bye from Peabody's in Tampa, Florida. Adios. Woo!